here we are with the bane of my existence the last 12 weeks now, Mr. Tom Connolly. So it's Dr. Connolly. So he has been training from 5 a.m. to 6:30, 6 days a week at this place, so I don't get any sleep because of him. Tom is a premier cosmetic dentist, working on tons of high-end celebrities and athletes, and flies all around the country. And so he's been kind of fun to train and shoot the shit with. And he's a sports buff, and I also train his son Gavin, who's a 16-year-old hockey phenom. If you guys watch any of my stories, you see me doing agility work with him and training him. So it's a fun little family affair. We train him at 5 and his son at 4 p.m. Getting him ready, trying to put on some beef so he can hopefully go to the NHL and go kick some ass. So Tom came to me 12 weeks ago now. So there's only 10 weeks difference between those photos. 10 weeks, and we got 5 more weeks. I thought we only had 4. So
I'll let you reshoot those next week.
Yeah.
I ordered the trunks.
Okay.
And I'll get a little tan.
So we took photos yesterday, and I thought his transformation was absolutely phenomenal in 10 weeks. As we all are, we're super hard on ourselves, so he didn't like them, so he wouldn't let me post them. But I'll get him. I'll let him wait till next week when he gets his shiny little new posing trunks on and do some transformation. But he went from about 195, fat as fuck, with no muscle, to 200 this morning, and 5 weeks out and pretty tight. So, and again, so he is training every day on the newbie. I got a couple clients that train a couple times a week on it, but he is 6 days a week on the newbie, and he'll tell you himself that it's made such a huge difference in his training.
It has.
Great plug, Tom. Great plug. I do all this work talking about how great of a dentist you are, and this is what I get.
No, he's done a great job with, from diet to supplementation to training and form, and even his machine to really transform my body. I'm 47. I probably got the body of a 27-year-old right now, easily. I don't think I've ever had abs like I do now. Yeah. Ever. But the diet's pretty, cycling the carbs and stuff I've never done.
Yeah. I mean, he was always a workout buff, loves to train. It was his whole life. But we're just taking it up a completely different notch, I've made him kind of hate training. He used to, as you can see, like, show him the arms. He's got these retardedly big arms. So he'd just come in and train arms all the time. And so we've kind of changed his training up, and I'm pushing him a lot harder. And
I don't even train arms.
Yeah, I don't let him train arms anymore because they're so disproportionate. But his legs, everything's come up a ton and made some great development. So I'm excited to see what he looks like in 5 weeks when this transformation's over. 5.
It's 5?
Yeah.
Oh, we were
4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. I thought we were up. So we got a whole extra week, buddy. He's like, good, but not good. All right.
December 18th.
14th, 15th. Yeah. All right. You can get it warmed up a little bit. Then we got a 5. Okay. Just get 15 in. I'm going to go lace these up. Just dry them off. All right, so you guys might have seen I did this funny video of me in the dentist chair, tearing my shirt off and then ripping my pants off. That was Tom in his office. Tom is a fucking marketing genius. And if you guys just want pure entertainment, go to his webpage, Connolly DDS, and check it out. There's links. I tag him in a bunch of shit. Just go there. So he literally hires camera crews and production crews to put together these like funny spoof commercials and things like that to promote his business. But from a marketing standpoint, it's all these funny things. Like he just did a latest video, which is a spin-off on a series of commercials back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know if you guys remember this guy, Terry Tate, used to like be in an office and like run through and tackle someone and like get in their face and yell at them for not doing something properly. Well, he has a video of him doing that to 2 of his clients, one that was addicted to caramel and one that was addicted to cake. And he has a little consult in the office, and then all of a sudden they're at their house and they go grab that, and he comes out of nowhere, tackles them, and it was literally like straight up tackled them. Like they hired stunt people, everything to do it all. But you know, he's got some really funny videos like that, and he understands the power of marketing and the power of social media and how great it can be from a business perspective. So absolutely hilarious content. On top of that, look at the work that he does, because it's absolutely phenomenal.
Sure.
John. Four, three, two, good. So the gentleman right there about to get on the spin bike, that is John Smith. John is the most accomplished track coach in U.S. track and field history, and he was literally the first one to give me a shot on this device. John is almost 70 years old. He won the Pan America Games back in the 70s, owns the world record for the 440 meter sprint, well, run, because then a couple years later they dropped it down to the 400, so there's no more 440. So he's a lifetime record holder of that. He played for the Cowboys for a little bit. So, you know, he's got some old knees and beat up, and so we started doing rehab on his knees. He was the first person in here to let me try this on him, outside of my training partner and a couple close friends. And I got John back to literally jumping, running around. And so John loved it. He's like, hey, I'm gonna try this out. If it works on me, I'm gonna hook it to my athletes. And since then, he's got me on 2 of his Olympic athletes that I've been helping rehab with them and work with them over the summer. They just took a long break. They're just starting to get back into things. So probably the next month, I'll start working with them again. So he's really the first one to give me my big break with elite athletes. So I'm grateful for that man. And he's kind of pissed at Tom at the moment because he wants his 5 o'clock spot back. But I told him a couple more weeks. Now for the most dreadful time in the world, posing practice. As any bodybuilder will tell you, the training is cool, the diet can suck at times. What is the worst thing?
Oh, posing's the worst.
Posing's hands down the worst. So I fucking hate it myself. I used to pay someone just to sit up here and watch me. Just hold me accountable. Literally, I would pay someone $60 for 30 minutes to sit there and just watch me. They wouldn't count, they wouldn't tell me what to do, but just them being there forced me to actually pose. Because if not, I have a hard time doing it on my own. So it's really hard for people to do it, and that's why I'm here pushing them. So we're gonna have you step out because he's not ready to show off his polished up physique yet. And we'll be out in a minute, and then I do my upper body pump, then I go through my posing, and I'll let you guys come in and take a look at me as I'm a couple days out. So catch you in a minute. All right, so just finished Tom. Now I do my second part of my morning routine. I do just like 4 to 6 rounds of a chest press, a pull down, an ab exercise, do some shoulder mobility work with the bands, quick little bicep, tricep pump, and then I'll go upstairs in the posing room and pose for a little bit myself. So if I get this rolling, it'd just be random. I just like, it's so busy in here at this point, I just kind of hop on what I can get on. So I just kind of bounce around a little bit and fly, get some blood flow. So when you're tired as shit and prep, just throw on some EDC sets from some dubstep artists and just get after it. Just getting in the zone. All right, so this is how I do my progress pics on my videos. So I tell my clients to do. Buy a damn fucking tripod, set your phone up, take a video of yourself, and then just screenshot the videos. It makes it so much easier. People make things so complicated. Oh, I can't hold that. No one to take photos of me. It's like, there's a thing called the tripod that's like $12 on Amazon. So what I do is make sure the lighting's good, the camera's square. Rice cakes or a gigantic fucking loaf of bread? I wonder where my mind's at. Two of my favorite things in the world. Pecan pie, carrot cake. So this place is the bane of every early morning people in there trying to lose weight. All you can smell is them baking stuff, or like cooking up onions and bacon and everything, and it just drifts. That's gold right there. It just drifts in there. And you're in there early in the morning, starving, doing your fasting cardio, and all you smell is this amazingness. This is my first time in here. All right, so we just left the gym portion of my morning. That's pretty much every day. Sometimes, actually most days, I also have like a 6:30 and 7:30 client. And then I'll shoot home, unpack, repack, whatever. I looked at photos, compared things. My weight was up, but I look harder. It was a little watery in the glute. So I've been doing 500 to 600 grams of carbs for the past 4 days now. I'm probably gonna do about like 300 today. And then I'll just do protein and fats and veggies on the flight. So I gotta fill up a little bit now because I know I'm gonna flatten out on that 17-hour flight. Anxiety on level 700 right now. I was eating white cheddar rice cakes and I'm covered in white cheddar dust. So I'm waiting to get to the barbershop and jump out and dust myself off. I was just telling Maya that I'm mentally struggling at the moment. I need to wash my car. It's dirty. But I leave tomorrow morning for 6 days and it's going to sit out in my driveway and get dirty. So it doesn't make sense at all. It's a waste of money. But that's just how I operate. So I'll get my hair cut and see how busy the car wash is when we drive by it because it's right next to it. So we'll see. So I'm going to go. I've been going to this place, the America's Barbershop. I found them just driving by one day. Popped in once, gave them a shot. Got a really good haircut. And they're only $20. They open at 8 a.m. every day, which is awesome. We're going to run a red light. Nope, we made it real. Yes, didn't run a red light. So yeah, I go to these guys. I get my haircut pretty much every week because I like to keep it short. So I was going to this barber shop over by Venice. It was like $50 a freaking haircut. Dude did a great job, but it was impossible to book, and hey, $50. So I'm spending less than half of that and not breaking the wallet so much. So we're gonna pull in here. Kind of a weird little parking spot. Get my hair did, and as you can see, the car wash is right there. It's a perfect area. I get my hair cut, car wash, and there behind the car wash is a strip club. So, and a nail salon down the street. So I get all the things I need to get done. Just kidding, Steph. She wonders why I get my hair cut every week. All right, so pulling on in here. All right. The powder on them just gets everywhere. I want you to take a shot of this. This is my wife. Mind you, I haven't even been home to use any utensils. She will grab 10,000 spoons and just keep throwing them in there instead of after, because she'll wash it, put it in there, and then grab another spoon, and then wash it and put it in there, and then grab another spoon. So instead of just grabbing the same spoon and over again, she goes through a million of them. It's the little things that drive me nuts. All right, so we just got home from the haircut. I'm gonna eat a meal real quick, shower, go get a mani-pedi. So as I said, I looked at my photos, and I'm gonna do probably about 300 grams of carbs. I had done 500 or 600 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll back down just a little bit today, but I gotta keep the carbs up because I will flatten out a ton when I fly. So again, I don't weigh anything. I eyeballed about 5-6 ounces of chicken. Probably got about 40-50 grams of carbs of rice, and then 2 rice cakes here. Each of these are 8, so that's 16. So that's about, we'll call it 65 grams of carbs, and this is 20. It's just a little bit of sugar-free jelly and Professor Nuts on there, so it's a 0 caloric impact. So it's about 85 grams of carbs here. I had about 72. Actually, I had 72 my first meal, so I'm at about 155 or so. I'll have 50 with my pre-train / intro workout, and then I'll do one more meal post-workout with about 100 grams of carbs, and that'll put me at my 300 or so. Then my last meal of the night will just be protein and veggie. Tomorrow will just be protein and veggie. I'll wake up super early. I gotta leave my house by 8 a.m. I still gotta train early in the morning, so I'll go to Coast Fitness like 3 a.m. Do some arms and shoulders real quick, some cardio, and keep the carbs out from there on out. The rest of the day I'll just have some fats, pre and post train, and then just protein and veggie on the 17-hour trip. So get it in.